Okay, I'm just coming from Alistree, so 7 minutes.
Across Britain, emergency services attend more than 25,000 serious or fatal accidents on our roads every year.
Just en route to an RTC. It's a car versus tree.
In Derby, it's just after 4:30 p.m. Traffic cop Ollie Priddle is racing to a bad crash on the city's ring road.
The initial report is that the car has crashed into the tree and then set on fire. Just got some officers who've just gone on scene in the last minute. They're asking for more units to attend. There's a large crowd is gathering.
The vehicle is not on fire now.
Yeah, 24. Have we any idea the extent of any injuries yet?
Not as yet. I've only been seen and saying that not very good and more to follow.
We go to a lot of fatal collisions and more serious incidents, and they certainly do make you take a bit of a breath and can certainly stop you in your tracks sometimes.
Yeah, from Oscar Tango 37, just arrived on scene. It's not looking good at the minute, and there's debris on the other side of the carriageway, so we can have the road closed on both directions.
Yes, sir.
The name itself and whiskey, like.
As the paramedics and fire service fight to save the critically injured driver,
So you've got that pic?
it's up to Ollie and traffic cop Jason Graves to take charge of the scene.
That car was pretty much annihilated. The damage was just phenomenal. You looked at it and thought, nobody's going to survive that.
We'll have CIs out, please. Still working on the mail. Not hopeful.
It was a particularly difficult incident to manage because it happened in the middle of the ring road with dozens and dozens of people who come out to have a look and see what's happening.
There's news on the casualty's condition.
It's just been confirmed that it's fatal. So the gentleman who was driving it died.
When someone's pronounced dead in front of you, you do think, well, 5 minutes ago that person wasn't dead. It's a bit of a surreal experience, really, because that's not something that most people will go through.
And hey, if you just give me his name and date of birth again, I'll run him through the DVLA database, so I should be able to get a photo. Unfortunately, me and Ollie now have got the unenviable task of going to tell his parents. What we're at now is obviously it's a full forensic investigation. We'll go into what happened. We're still not 100% certain what direction he was travelling in. The vehicle's so badly damaged, we haven't worked that out yet.
As Ollie and Jason prepare to inform the next of kin, Crash Detective Sergeant Scott Riley has arrived on scene to lead the investigation.
My first impressions of this one was I don't think I've ever seen a car so badly damaged in all of my career. Witness details wise, what have we got?
Nobody has identified. No.
DS Riley's job now is to understand why the vehicle has come off the road with such devastating results.
A lot of people have pulled up afterwards, but I'm not sure that anyone actually saw it.
The impact of the collision was at such a volume that the residents that were watching telly in the houses heard the bang.
There's no intimation that there's any other vehicles involved or anything like that? Nobody said anything like that at all.
And the only way we can work out what has happened is to start getting to the houses and identifying any CCTV.
It needs to be documented which houses we've knocked on, and we need to just ascertain if they've got CCTV which covers the road. If we've got a good view of it, give us a shout up and I'll get the collision investigators to come and have a quick look at it. Your colleagues are doing the other side, so hopefully by the end of sort of an hour or so we'll have a picture of what we've got. Yep. Alright, cheers.
With no witnesses to the collision, CCTV and debris at the roadside are now crucial to working out a possible cause. To assist DS Riley, forensic collision investigator Gary Wilson has arrived.
And the forensic collision investigator will try and establish what speed that vehicle was doing. they'll be able to tell us whether there's been braking input. If there's no braking input, does that mean that somebody's had a medical episode at the wheel?
When something is projected, if you throw a ball, you have to throw it at a certain speed for it to get to where you want it to go. So we know how far that headlight's gone, so we can then calculate how fast it had to be projected from that vehicle for it to be projected this far.
The only thing that's concerning me a bit is there a reason that it's going at that speed?
As the recovery process begins, the devastation of the crash becomes even more apparent.
There's the engine. Jesus! Oh, just hold it there a second.
The car was split from the very front all the way to the boot, and you could physically see the floor pan had come up and split apart, and I've just never seen that before.
Very sad for the driver's family. It's just tragic. From the damage on that vehicle, it just gives you an indication of what sort of speed the driver's potentially doing. We've got the witness that's come forward that said he's driving at excess speed. They're saying that they've heard the driver prior to it passing and it's extremely fast. And then from the 3 bits of CCTV leading up to the collision and the collision, they'll be able to get a speed, and it's all information that very sadly it's ultimately looking at going for a coroner's file.
With the wreckage recovered for further forensic examination, crash investigator Gary Wilson surveys the scene.
It's certainly come up the dual carriageway, which has a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, and for some reason appears to have lost control on this bend and collided with the tree. We're just going to cover the whole scene with the laser scanner, which records everything in 3D. Once we've processed the scan on the computer, it gives us a full 3D recreation of the whole scene, which we can view from any point within it. We can look at anything from any angle, above, below, up the road, down the road, anywhere we want to, and it allows us to take any measurements we want. So instead of having to measure everything here, which on a longish scene like this can take a while, we scan it and then we can measure things virtually on the computer at a later time. I can't see anything else that could go.
Computer modelling and CCTV will now be the key to calculating how fast the driver's speed was prior to the accident.